Hi, I'm Paul Friedman. I founded the Marriage Foundation, and we have a very different approach to marriage than mainstream. If you're a regular subscriber, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you're not, you really would do yourself a big favor by becoming a subscriber, because you'll learn about marriage the way it's intended to be. There's a fear in the world of talking about things that are spiritual, even mentioning the word spiritual. People are afraid, and what could be more spiritual than love? And people are afraid to say, oh, well, God bless you, and God did this, and God did that, because for some reason, it's out of fashion to love God, which is insane. So we don't preach here. We don't make marriage all about God, but to be realistic, you have to accept that you're a soul. Where does the term soulmate come from? And you're a soul, and your spouse is your soulmate. And so this is what it's all about, is lifting the bar in your marriage to a place of love and joy. So this is a very interesting topic. Why does my husband and I fight all the time? Hey, I used to be a divorce mediator. I've been doing this for over 20 years ago, but I started out as a divorce mediator. I wasn't a psychologist. And from what I know about Western psychology, has no business getting involved in marriages. They really have no idea. And so they actually talk about the right way to fight. And this question is good. Why do my husband and I fight all the time? It's asking a simple question. You shouldn't be fighting at all. That's the bottom line. So I'm going to try to explain this to you. And if you were to take our course, you have a course for women, men have a course for men, because we're very different. You would be learning about this right away. Literally, we start with the anatomy of a fight. So here's what's going on. Here's why you fight all the time. Well, I guess I could make it simple and say because you don't know any better. But why aren't you stopping yourself? Why not? You have free will. We all acknowledge it's the greatest gift we have, is our free will. But then we don't use it for the most basic thing of maintaining joy and happiness in our marriages. The marriage is an amazing thing. I call it the sacred space of marriage. All the world is out to get you. I'm not paranoid. You know it's true. But in your marriage, you have sworn loyalty and love and devotion to each other. Why ruin that with fighting? And the reason why is because we are souls. We have a mind. We have a body. We don't understand them. We should, but we don't. But what's really going on, and you learned this way back when in school, but every individual cell, every living thing is ruled by the drive to survive. Isn't it so? This self-preservation, it's how we know something is alive. It wants to survive, and it wants to multiply, procreate. So your body, because every cell is intelligent, it can't think, but it is intelligent, and it's constantly pinging the mind, constantly reminding the mind that what is all important is survival. The mind is very complex. So what it does is it interprets what that means on your behalf, because we haven't learned to master our minds. And if the slightest provocation exists, our walls go up, the artillery comes out, and we're defending our body, is what it really boils down to. Now, it doesn't look that way to you because of the complexity of the arrangement, but simply that's what is really going on. And so the real question is, how do we stop fighting all the time? The answer is unbelievably simple. You stop. You stop. As soon as you feel that energy want to take over and start fighting back, in case you're not the one who's starting the fight, but to react, just stop and don't do it. Now, it sounds simple. It isn't, I know. And the reason why it's not is because the mind is like a computer and it's governed by habits. It's a software. And the habits essentially dictate what we're going to do next. It's habits of hearing things. How we hear things is habitual. Really, our eyes and our ears just takes in information, and then the mind habitually translates that information into meaning for us. Special. Tailored by ourselves, because we have free will, and then we react. You got to stop it, nip it in the bud. In the courses, you should read my book. If you don't want to spend the money on the course, read one of my books so you could learn about the mind and how this works. There is absolutely no benefit to learning how to fight. There is no such thing as fair fighting. It needs to be completely eliminated, and you need to take full responsibility on your end for the fighting so it stops. Don't ask your husband to stop fighting. You stop fighting. Because of all the things that it takes two to tango, fighting is definitely one of them. So that's it. Again, I'm Paul Friedman. I founded the Marriage Foundation. We're here to serve you. Take a look at our website. Check out the courses. Definitely subscribe to the channel. Thank you for spending time with me. God bless you. Take care.